Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue to unpack another familial, family relationship. 就 is today's expression. So as we talked about 姑 yesterday, it's a specific to the man's sister. So between the two family, marital status, within the family, if it is your sister-in-law, it will be considered 姑 even if it's originally in meant to be the title or relational title for mother-in-law. So in any case, it's the woman from your husband's side. So here is the man from the wife's side. Okay. So I guess that gives you a little bit of a in the past, in the agrarian society, right, transfer of genes and marrying of daughters of from one family to another family give you the sense of the siblings the girl grew up with, the wife's brothers. They probably play a big role in the upbringing of the girl because, I mean, the girl before marriage would not have any exposure to the stranger guys. Like at least that's the social expectation. So interaction with the siblings she grew up with probably they form a solid companionship and supportive. So if the husband is some outsider, stranger from another family, uh, got into a fight with the wife, then the wife are going to call the support from her brothers to resolve the conflict. That social drama, when I grew up with, when I grew up, not exactly in my family, but definitely exist in the social tension. So the wife's brothers can serve as the peacemaker or, you know, the disciplinary on the husband if the husband misbehaves in any capacity, I guess. So 就 is a kind of ally or support system or the safe net even to an extent to the wife. So that's the social expectations of 就. And to the, okay, 就, when I grew up as a child, I would regard my mom's brothers as 就. That's from the mother's and the next generation's perspective. And originally it's okay, if you see the traditional and simplified, they look the same. But if you look at it 2,000 years ago, it looks quite different. And the big difference is the location of things. In the older version, this 就 sound maker, in this case, was placed on the left side of the whole character. And then the right side means 田力. Okay, 田 farm field, 力 power, muscle power. So 田力 is the definition of man in the past because in agrarian society, whoever can plow through that land, this is a plow, especially plow through the farm field, is regarded. It's labor. It's okay. Farm labor is gender specific. Only men take that job in the past. Okay, and so that's why this I guess gender specific profession then used as the label to define the gender, which is farm muscle. Okay, um, then the left side is after the farm field, you have the crops and then the food processing, which is grinding of the rice or grains to powder form or remove the shells from the edible. So separate the edible from the inedible part. So that's 就, this device. This is a cross-sectional view of that device in ancient times that people used to food process. So after I would imagine, it depends on the season, right? So the man in the household expect to work out on the field, but after you have crops, you're going to every household probably would assign somebody to prepare the rice ready to eat. So that means that deshelling process or grinding it to the powder format so you can make some make doughs and make more complicated food. So this post food production processing is associated with the man from the family, from the wife's family. And I would imagine this probably was not a major role, but somebody in the household have to do it. And it's not that labor intensive, but still men in the household take that kitchen work, almost like a pre-kitchen work. Maybe women were the cooks more likely, but the food processing, getting the ingredients ready, that's man's job. And that collaboration between, from the wife's perspective, the teamwork for the kitchen would be the wife in the kitchen, and then the brothers of the wife would be uncle, the Jew. They are the preparing the food processor in the with this tool. So that's why the association. So that's uncle from your wife's side. So it's uncle-in-law. No, okay. Sorry. From my perspective as a child, I would address my Jew, not in the in-law extent, because I came from the same bloodline, so it's half half, right? For two families, so Jew, I share part of the bloodline. So for me, it's not the in-law. But for the husband side, it's nothing to do in your family except it's your wife's brother, older or younger, both we name it as Jew. So that's somebody the husband need to be fully aware, because you're not just marrying the girl, the wife, the whole pack behind the support system of the wife are, in her life as well. So the relationship between husband and your wife's brothers gotta be some tension there, right? Some power balance over there. And that's why we have this character created to address this specific role. Okay, now some quiz. 大舅, big uncle, 老舅, old uncle. Which one you think has the seniority in a family? Is 大舅 bigger, or old uncle, 老舅, bigger in terms of like older in the whole uncles of your mother's side? It turned out 大舅, big uncle, is the oldest uncle, mother's side. And then you will have 二舅, the second uncle. So you have this ranking, right? That 老舅, even if it's 老, it's supposed to be old, but it's the youngest uncle in your mother's side. So that's something interesting of the language. That Chinese actually pair this old with the youngest very often. 老幺, 老姑娘. Lots of such expressions in our language too. We almost use old in the same capacity, this 老, as little, as the youngest, the cutest, the one probably as the last born into the family, probably the most, pampered one. So that's 老舅, actually. 小舅子 now is from, in contemporary Chinese, is from the husband's perspective. 小舅子will be the younger. Now we use a 小, little, okay, little uncle's son. So both, okay, uncle specified already is a brother-in-law from the husband's perspective. Now, 小舅子, 小 means it's younger. Okay, 子 has nothing to do with son. So now we add 子 after this uncle to make it like endearing. And it's almost like paired with little to make sure it's younger than you. So that's 小舅子. So from husband's side, you need to take good care of 小舅子 as well. When the social network starts from your family network, and if the husband got promoted or sort of in power somehow. The husband almost got expected to help out, especially 小舅子 who's a later born, as probably need to seek out support, social network, tap into your network. So the husband would and the 小舅子 would probably have um, this bond or this tie of husband supporting 小舅子 in a certain way. Okay, so therefore we have such an expression, especially for this younger brother-in-law. Okay, so this is a picture when I search uncle, and I guess in English culture, uncle serves as an entertainer to the next generation because uncle probably is younger, unmarried, have some interesting professions that's probably otherwise not family friendly that much, right? Like in this instance, some camera crew, I mean cameraman, it's probably move a lot and work with the whatever projects they are on. So they're not necessarily have lots of time to build family, to be stable, right? But that will be the perfect uncle, right? For the little kid who have a insight into this otherwise very nomadic profession. That would be fascinating, right? Because dads probably not hold a similar profession. It's not that family friendly profession. But that's where uncles comes in to expand your world in a certain way. So I have my dearest memory of my uncle, my 舅, actually it's my 老舅, my youngest uncle, who was the only person in my mom's generation that went to college. And and he was pretty good at math, of course. And he showed me when I was a young, like grade school, showed me the concept of factorial. And so he then gave me a quiz to check if I understand. I got it. And he said, okay. So I guess his expectation is okay for girls. So probably math is a little bit off reach, but not true, not necessarily true. So this math geek uncle kind of gave me a little boost. Like, okay, I learned something way ahead of my grade and I get it the first time. And so I'm like not afraid of math from young age. And that's I guess, the purpose of uncle to open up your world just a little bit. Okay, thank you for your time. See you another day.